In the late fall of 2019, I reconstructed the front walk to my house. To give the walkway a unique look, I purchased 10 Philips Hue Calla ballard lamps and put them on top of 10 redwood posts that I had constructed. The design was great, and playing with the colors as the seasons changed was a ton of fun. Everything looked really good, came out really well. For a while. After a single season in the California sun, it became apparent that something was wrong. That something was that the material that Hue used to cap off the ballards was ABS plastic. That's the same material that you use to make a cheap beach chair. You can see here the difference between a Calla cap left out in the sun for 18 months and one left out in the sun for just 4 weeks. Hue should be embarrassed about this, especially for a lamp that costs between $120 and $145 US. A few weeks back, I took matters in my own hands and found a ballard from a company called Leonlite that was not only better constructed, it had a frosted glass top and a well-sealed body, but was significantly cheaper. 8 times cheaper to be exact. 8 of these Leon lamps cost only $150. I spent some time figuring out how to transfer the Hue Calla guts to a Leonlite body, and I made a video about it. The link to that video, which I warn you is long, is in the comments below. So if you want to do it yourself, feel free. The process is not hard, but it can be time intensive, especially depending how comfortable you are with demolishing a perfectly good lamp in order to make an even better lamp. I made this follow-up video to show people who followed my instructions the first time how everything turned out. Spoiler alert, things turned out great. Really great. A few weeks of travel later, I had a free weekend to go ahead and perform the brain transfer on all 10 of these ballards. I got into a groove on a Saturday dismantling the Leonlites and prepping them for the new electronics. On the following Sunday, one by one, I took each Calla off its pedestal, brought it to my workshop, dismantled it, replaced the internal electronics with the Hue electronics, and sealed up the Leonlite body. I tested it, make sure nothing was destroyed, and brought the finished product out to the front walkway and mounted it. The mounting for the Leonlites actually felt more stable than the mounting I did for the Calla lamps. So that was an extra bonus. As you can see here, everything looks great. The lamps are sealed, and they'll look like this for decades. After the lamps were installed, I put them through their paces when it got dark enough, tested to make sure that the brightness levels worked and all the colors worked, and that the original Hue Calla electronics would receive signals properly at the right time. Everything worked like the Hue Callas originally worked. Life is good. And as you can see from the comparison photographs, it really doesn't look that much different. As a matter of fact, I would argue that the Leonlite looks better than the original Calla. Here's the original Calla, and here's the new Leonlite. The glass top makes it feel like a professional ballard. The solid metal body makes it feel like it was constructed specifically for this purpose. I hope this was helpful to everybody involved, especially if you've purchased Hue Callas in the past and have noticed these things happening. The fix is not that bad. And I want to make a final statement here. I don't want to get political, but I think this is worth saying. I presented the original video on a Reddit subreddit the other week, and I got a comment from a user called the Pantster that I think is worth repeating here. This is an argument for right to repair. For those of you in the United States that are unfamiliar, there's been a lot of concern from the user base of various consumer electronics that the consumer electronics original equipment manufacturers are trying to prevent individual users from accessing their own devices, modifying them, or repairing them. It's an issue here. I don't think it's going to go through the way that the large companies want, but I've been surprised before. At any rate, I'll Down below, I'll provide the links to the original video, and that video has links to all the parts that I used. So again, thank you everybody for your patience. I just wanted everyone to see the end results. Take care.